Hey Matt, it's Micah Collins here. I spoke with you yesterday about sending this video. Sorry, I'm just now getting around to it. And I'm also here at my home office, so there might be a little bit of noise in the background. So I apologize forward for that. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to show you the three things that y'all can do today to help bring in more customers to y'all's business. So, Matt, most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would somebody like me be doing this? And what's really in it for me? Well, the truth is, that oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are simply too busy running their business to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they just don't know who is an expert in the field and who really isn't. So, Matt, I have found that by giving people an easy, free attack plan of actual things they can do to impact their business for free, it results in some of those local business owners still at the end raising their hands and being like, you know what, Micah, I like you. Why don't you just do this for me? So if by the end of this video you like what you've heard and you can see I have a whole lot of tricks up my sleeve that can really help impact your business and get more customers to your phone number, just give me a quick call at 918-260-1694 and we can chat. Or if you simply want to take this free attack plan and implement these things yourself, that's totally cool with me too, whatever's best for your business. All right, so without any further ado, let me show you the three things that will set your company above your competition, not waste any more of your time or mine. So the first thing I want to go over with you today, if we look over here, is your content. So most business owners, they know that they need content, and you might be wondering what that is. It's everything that's highlighted right here, all the words, the pictures, what they're saved as, and so on and so forth. And this is how Google can tell, they don't literally have eyeballs looking at this, judging what you are. They have bots that go through your website and are scanning it all the time, looking for certain keywords and phrases that people are actively searching. So if we look at yours, you have a decent amount of content, but not quite there. Google likes to see about 1,500 by everything that I've seen online. Usually about 1,500 to 2,000 words on your homepage with the right keywords naturally throughout. Now you have certain keywords, but not very many, as I will show you your competitor here in a sec. We pull up A Best Roofing. They're just doing a little bit more effort in their content. As we can see, roofers in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That is an exact match keyword that people are looking for all the time, right? And they just have a lot of those specific types of keywords all throughout here, and they have more content. So I would say it'd be very good to go through your website and put some more content on there, get some more exact match keywords. Now you might be wondering, well, Michael, why does this matter? Well, I'm going to show you with this little tool I use called Ahrefs. It essentially gives me behind the scenes of everything that Google looks at. So I can see that you are ranking for 88 organic keywords. And if we look in here, we can see exactly what people are finding you for, okay? So of course, your business name, but we're not going to focus on that right now. We're going to focus on these other words like roofing companies, Broken Arrow, 150 searches a month, and you are on the sixth position, and you get 12 people on your website from that alone. All right, Christmas light installations. I didn't know y'all did those. We see 150 volume a month. You get six of those because you're on the ninth position. And the list just goes on because you really aren't ranking very high for hardly any keywords except your business name. Now, why this matters is because whenever people look up on Google, they're just looking at the first like five or the first three and choosing out of those companies which one they want to go with. And right now, those 88 keywords are driving you only 185 organic traffic, which isn't terrible, but as a growing company like yours, I'm sure you want more. If we hop over to somebody like A Best Roofing, we know that they're absolutely dominating in the Tulsa area, but they're definitely more beatable than you might think. If we look over here, they have 397 keywords on their website that they're being found for, which is driving 3,000 traffic to their website a month. That's three. You can just imagine how many phone calls they're getting from all that. If we look over at their keywords specifically, we can see the exact matches that they have. Roofing Companies Tulsa, volume 500. They're on the second position, absolutely crushing it. Roof Repair Tulsa gets searched 450 times a month, and they're on the first position. Roofing Tulsa, Oklahoma, second position, 350 volume. They get 129 people from that phrase alone. Again, this isn't people looking up their business name. This is literally just people looking for Roof Repair Tulsa and seeing that company and being like, okay, I want to go with that one, right? So let's go ahead and break that down. If we type in roofing companies Tulsa, No. All right, and if we type in one of those high volume keywords like roofing companies Tulsa, the first section that we see is the ads section. Now, ads can be good to get quickly in front of eyeballs and get more calls, but they cost a lot. So you don't want them as your mainline lead flow because Google likes you to burn through a whole lot of cash with them. And the truth is, whenever people look up something like this, they only 10 to 20% of all the clicks only end up right here. The rest of the 80% end up skipping the ads section and going to the map pack and the organics. And this brings me to the second thing I wanted to speak with you today, Matt, and that is what we call citations, which is everything to do with this map pack right here. So if we look at the top competitor here, which is of course A Best Roofing, they're just dominating everywhere. Success leaves clues, right? We can see their name, their address, if we go down here, their address and their phone number listed right here on Google. This is how Google verifies that they're a legit business online. So now you might be wondering, well, Micah, what the heck is a citation in an app and what does it have to actually getting me more calls and getting me on this map pack? If we pull up this little graph I have here, this is something we made, off of Canva. Don't look at it for design tips. If we look at Google Places, Bing, Yelp, Merchant Circle, Switchboard, Yellowbook, Matchpoint, these are all directories, what we call citations. Okay, and what Google is doing is they're looking all over the internet at all these different directories, looking for businesses that they can trust and put higher in the map pack. How that works is the more of these directories that you have your business listed consistently, the name, address, and phone number correct on all of them, the more Google can trust you. For instance, Abest probably has like 300 to 400 of these citations. I'm just going off of past experience. I didn't actually run a test on them, but usually it's about 3 to 400, and you probably have about 70 to 100 to be realistic. And how you actually get these for yourself is tools like White Spark or Bright Local. You just pay a certain amount a month, and then you can type in your competitor into the search bar, and it'll pull up every single citation that they have, and you can just go through and put your business information inside of every single one. If you do that, you will 100% beat them in the map pack, hands down. All right, and if we scroll down, here's the third thing I wanted to speak with you today, Matt, and that is what we call backlinks. It has everything to do with this organic section right here. If we type in roofing companies Tulsa, just to recap a little bit, it's 10 to 20% goes to this ad section. 40% statistically go for this map pack section. Then the rest end up down here. Well, the truth is about 20 to 30% of all the clicks end up on this top position alone. That is a lot. That is a huge chunk. If you start dominating in the map pack and in the top like A-Best is doing, you'll be raking in a ton of calls. As we can see, we've hopped back to A-Best. They were getting like, what was it, 3,000 a month on their website. So you can just see the potential that's laying here. Now, as you can see, this is the place you want to be, but to get here, you need what we call authority. And to get this authority with Google, you need backlinks. So I want you to think of it like this. Backlinks like, say, if site A is linking to site B, then site A is giving site B some of its like link juice or like a vote of confidence and authority passing to this other website. Google sees it as it's like power passing onto your website, and therefore will rank you higher. Matt, not to go too deep, but the more relevant site A is to site B, the more valuable that link is pushing to site B. Let me try to break it down like this. If you get like a local blog or an industry site, you get like a roofing or guttering business pointing to your website, then that's awesome. That pushes a lot of power to your website. But if you're like getting a backlink from Pizza Hut because you did a job for them, well, that's not so great because you don't sell pepperonis. So there's no correlation with Google. All right, hopping back over to Ahrefs, we can also see every single backlink that you have on your website. We can see right here 8.3 thousand backlinks pushing to your website, and that is driving 185 organic traffic. If we hop over to Abest, we can see that they have a lot less backlinks. They have 767, but it's pushing 3,000 organic traffic. Like I said earlier, Matt, this has to do with two things, and it's your content. You need to have your content more dialed in, and get the right keywords naturally put out through the website. Get about 1,500 to 2,000 words. I'd even add a blog. Could go into that later with you, but I'd add a blog post like about every single month, really to just push the content game a lot. But not to go too deep into that. But the second thing about this is it's the quality of the backlinks that they are getting versus you. See, they may only have 767, you may have 8.3, but you're getting a lot of spammy backlinks. So therefore, you're not getting a whole lot of respect and power with Google. Whereas them, they're getting a lot of blog sites, they're getting a lot of like roofing gutter, different kind of construction websites pointing to them, and it's driving them a whole lot of power. Now you might be thinking, well, Micah, this sounds great in theory, but how do I actually boots on the ground get this done? Well, it's actually a lot simpler than you might think, and I'm just going to show you in the trenches exactly how it's done really quick. If we just pull up ahrefs.com and go to backlinks under A Best Roofing, we can see every single backlink that they have that's pushing power to their website, okay? And dude, all you got to do is you just press on one of these backlinks and you can see exactly where they're getting that link. Now you may already have this link from expertise.com, but it's one of the most common ones. And it's the easiest to explain just because I know where everything's at. So pulling up expertise.com, it's just like a lot of other backlinks, really. We can immediately see A Best Roofing listed right here on this website. And see that little visit website? If we click that, brings us right to their website. So it's pushing power from expertise.com to A Best Roofing. All right, now how you get this backlink is just see that get listed up in the top corner. You just put in your business information and it'll ask for your web domain and all that kind of stuff. And you will get that website, or you will get that backlink for yourself. And you just continue that process across all of these different backlinks. And dude, you will 100% beat them across Google, hands down. You can see that getting you to the top, it's not magic, it's just a method. And I've shown you that method here today. So once again, we went over number one was your content. You want to have about 1,500 to 2,000 words of high quality content on your website, maybe even a blog pushing power. You can talk to one of your team members about just writing up a blog, a few blogs every month, and also getting the right keywords naturally put out through your website. Not just spamming a bunch, but naturally putting them throughout your website. And also number two was your citations. And you want to have about 200 to 300, maybe 400 for Tulsa to sufficiently beat out the competition by a landslide in the Google Map Pack. And number three was the backlinks, and you want to get the more relevant websites than your competition like A Best Roofing has, pushing power to your site so that you get ranked higher in Google. So now I bet you're wondering, Matt, well, what now, Micah? Well, the truth is, you can either go with this information, dude, and do this on your own, and I'm totally cool with that. However, if you want the most fast and effective route and you want to save yourself the time, the energy, and resources of getting this all done, you can just give me a quick call at 918-260-1694. Again, if you have any questions about this video, anything, just give me a quick call at 918-260-1694. Matt, I hope this brought some value to y'all and you can use it in some way. I look forward to hearing from you and I hope you have a good one.